Yes, I'm waiting for people to show up. I had to restart. So if you're here, hang in there. Hey, I'm gonna wait till people show up and then I'll begin. Thanks for making the jump over. And I'm gonna edit out this first part. But thanks, Catherine, for mentioning Ken. He's getting eye surgery today. And I want to keep him in our thoughts and prayers. Hey Betty. Hey Amy. Hey Kristen. We'll just wait a moment till folks show up. And then I'll begin as if this part of it never happened so that I can clip this out later. I'll wait a moment or two. Hey, folks, if you were there before on the other side, let me know in the chat. Hey, John, we're a little late starting this morning. I don't know what was going on with the video stream. It wasn't winding up. I'm wearing a bird shirt today, as you can see. Lots of birds. Thrift store. My wife got it at the thrift store. Hey, Wayne, thanks for being over here. We're going to start over in a moment, and I'll pretend I'll cut out this part of the video and we'll just begin. Wait one more second here. All right. I guess we're waiting for Robert too. Peace to everybody. Thanks for jumping over here. We did have some trouble with the restart of the video. What I meant to say is that the other video was spinning and it wouldn't start up. And I'm glad you're all here. Hey, Felipe, good morning. So, as you start to walk on the way appears. This quote, it speaks about the nature of our spiritual and personal journeys. From a mystical perspective, this quote, it tells the truth that the path to enlightenment, self-discovery, and truth isn't something that's predetermined or something that can be laid out on a map. Rather, it's something that unfolds and reveals itself as you take the first steps and continue to move forward. All the tools that I use in my mystical practice, in my contemplative practice, they were laid in front of me on the path, and I picked them up as I went. I didn't know that they would be there. I found them after I began. In other words, the act of embarking on the journey, making the conscious decision to seek and explore and understand and keep walking, is what creates the path. This embraces the uncertainty inherent in life and personal growth and reinforces the importance of personal experience and, most importantly, active participation in the process of discovery. How do you know what you're going to find on the path until you embark? How do you know what's around the next corner if you've been on the path all the way along? Rumi encourages us not to wait until we have answers about a clear route where we're headed before we begin our journey or before we continue it. Instead, we embrace the unknown and we have trust and understand that clarity often comes from action, not prior to it. It's about the courage to begin, to step out and the process and trust. And it's the understanding that those who went before us all tell us that the path reveals itself as we progress. At a deeper level, Rumi reminds us that each person's journey is unique, many pathways up the mountain. The way appears differently to each of us because it's shaped by our personal experiences, who we are, where we are, who's around us. It's shaped by our actions and by our perceptions. This fundamental aspect of many mystical traditions acknowledges the deep personal and subjective nature of spiritual exploration and enlightenment. It's built the subjective nature, which we've talked about fairly frequently, particularly around mystical experiences and other kinds of, well, NDEs as well. It's subjective because we are all different people. There isn't one path up the mountain. There's 7 or 8 billion paths up the mountain because that's how many of us there are. on Earth. We all have different brains and different DNAs, and so our path is for us, and it's laid out in front of us. And sometimes there are spurs. We go down the wrong direction. We experiment over here. Oh, that's not good for me. And you go back to the path again, and you keep walking along the way, or you take that spur and you just keep going. And oh, that's not for me. And so you don't pick up that gift because it's not the good gift for you. It's a gift for somebody else, and you just keep going. And you keep picking up the gifts that work for you as you go along, and you find the path as you walk it. That's that's how it works. So that's what we're doing here today. Thanks everybody for showing up again. Um, hey PL, hey Kim, good morning. So last, what was it, Monday, I was talking about this circulation and how we usually meditation. If you're joining us today for the first time, you can use a chant and ride that chant on your breath up and down. A prayer from your youth, a phrase that is peace, or make me a channel of your peace, or some phrase that you use, and write it on your breath. But on Monday, hey, Clarice, um, I was talking about doing this opposite thing. So usually you breathe into your belly, follow your breath down, and then breathe back up, follow your breath up. And on Monday, I had you do the opposite. So when you breathe in, you focus your mind up here, and when you breathe out, you bring your mind to your muscular structure of your pelvic floor and your front of your abdomen and the back of your back, the muscles in the lower back. And as you breathe out and bring your mind into those muscles, it's easier to compress them. Pause, relax, inhale, drive your mind upward. And it's easy to go between two spots, the root or the navel, the brow or the crown, with this type of practice. So as you breathe in, your mind goes up, and as you breathe out, your mind goes down. You don't need to stick with these two polars. You can then take the same technique and apply it to your heart. So as you breathe out, I bring my mind to my heart chakra. And as I breathe in, I can leave my mind at my heart chakra, or I can bring it up to another chakra and link these two. So you don't need to stay with the polarity. You can rest in one of them and do the same or similar technique, or you can work between any two of them. And then you can move around to the whole stack of them. I find that what happens with me when I compress the lower muscles and my pelvic floor and the lower part of my abdomen and the lower part of my back, and I drive my mind into that space, and I have my hands in this. I usually sit when I'm sitting with you guys, and with my thumbs together and my fingers overlapping, and it's on my lap, and I make this little cup, like this little cup right there. I drive my mind into those muscles and into the palms of my hand, and I create a space for the chi or the prana, this warm energy that you feel in the palm of your hands. Maybe you can do this, and you can feel this energy that's here, right? You can do that. That can be expanded. That's what we're trying to do with this forced breath. So I use a forced breath to begin with, and then as happens sometime through the meditation, I relax, and I try to relax all the muscles in my body. As I relax, every muscle that I feel tense, I relax, and I minimalize my breath, and I allow the space that I've created inside myself through this forced breath of moving my prana, moving my chi into different locations, stretching it out. I allow that opening to just naturally fill without force. I become very gentle with my breath. I quiet my breath down to as low as I can get it. And if my mind wanders, I repeat my prayer. So it's these are techniques. Hi Susie. Hi Chris. Hey Kim. These are techniques. They are not the thing itself. The energy is the thing itself. It's a portion of the thing itself. And that's what we're after. Okay, I'm going to ask Siri to set a timer. Thanks for joining me here this morning. Hey, Siri, set a 20-minute timer. And I'm going to find my mask because I really like wearing my mask. The other day, somebody said, I came on your channel and I thought my channel was glitching because you weren't moving. I know, because you're still and you had this mask on, and it's like, "Yeah, it's because 'cause I'm meditating." Which is kinda weird that to make a video of immobility, but it's not really immobility because 'cause we're all breathing together, and when we practice together, we share the energy between us because where 2 or more are gathered, the I am is there, and that's really why we one of the reasons why we practice. The other reason, of course, is ritualization teaches us helps us stick to the tools of practice that increase our spiritual presence. All right, here we go. Enough of that talking, Peter. My feet are on the floor, shoulders relaxed, 3 ohms, and then into the pranayama breath. Peace and love, everyone. Thanks for being here. Let me know in the chat if anything happened to your hands while you were driving your prana into them. Let me know. Or in the comments. Peace and love, everybody. See you Sunday. Thanks for being here.